Tigers are back on the field. You asked a question on your show sheet, so I'm interested in your answer. What player are you most excited about this spring? And I will say it's Jackson Jobe. And I think A.J. Hinch is lying.
Oh.
I think he's coming north with the team.
Wow.
I'm not buying it. I've planted my flag. And within hours of me saying he's coming north with the team, A.J. Hinch met with the media and said, I've already told him he's not coming north with the team. But
you're allowed to take it back, Doug. You can unplan it.
Nope,
you're allowed to.
I'm stubborn. Did you hear about the bullpen session he had the other day?
No, I didn't. Please tell me.
Everybody gathered around to watch. A lot of oohs and ahs.
Well, he's quite talented.
Yes, he is.
And he better be, because they passed up on a shortstop. I don't know if you knew.
Yeah. So, look, is he coming north with the team? Probably not. But is he?
But is he a story to watch the entire spring?
Yeah.
I mean, the question is who you're most excited about. And look, he's in the top 5 for me.
Here's the thing about it is when he gets into games, I want him to be facing major league hitters. Let's see what he does against major league hitters.
To me, the one that I'm going to be focused on the most is probably Javy Baez, because I think he's pivotal for if this team can take a big leap forward or if they're just going to have to continue to crawl forward and compete. If he is, let's say he's somebody who has an OPS above 750, above league average, and last year it was like 650. Well, I don't even know, it wasn't even that high. But if he gets above league average, he doesn't have to return to form where he was a few years ago. But if he becomes a better than average OPS guy, I think that really vaults the Tigers into a whole different stratosphere, because we're not expecting anything out of Javy, because we've seen nothing out of Javy in 2 years.
Last year's OPS was 593.
Yeah, 590. Sorry.
This is I always talk about how his strikeout rate has gone down. So is his OPS.
His OPS has gone way through.
Which is on base plus slugging for people who don't know.
Has he gotten better at not chasing pitches? I think the best thing that happened to him was that they sat him down for long periods of time last year. But he's focused. He's proud. He wants to get there. Let's see you put it into action here. Get off to a good spring. I'm going to be looking at. I want him to succeed because they paid him handsomely to succeed. He clearly did not opt out of his contract when he could have. You know, when that contract was signed and we're like, wait a minute, he can get out after 2 years? Oh, no. And then, oh, no, he didn't opt out because he's been terrible. Mm-hmm. But he's one of the keys I looked at for the offense, because I do expect the younger players, I don't think they take steps back. I'm just not sure how much of a step forward they're going to take. I think Torkelson certainly can be better. Riley Green can be better. These guys, but do I expect them to be, Riley Green, all of a sudden he's going to hit 300 all year? I don't expect that. Is Torque going to hit 50 home runs? I don't expect that. But they can be better. But if Javy's better, it takes some of the pressure off those guys, and it makes the middle of that lineup formidable. And it allows for Colt Keith not to have such a microscope on him the whole time, because people are waiting for the next big thing with the young prospect. But Javy's my guy.
Yeah, I guess I don't have much of expectation. You want him to be above average. I want him to be average if he can even get there. But
I'm not even talking 850 OPS where he was a few years ago when he was an all-star. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about being slightly above average.
Yeah, I
think it would have a huge impact on the lineup if he's slightly above average.
I think it will. I think it's more likely these are going to be 4 painful years that we'll never see all 4 play himself out, and he'll eventually get bought out. I don't think it's going to happen this year with 4 years to go and $96 million or $98 million. Oh, damn. But 248-539-9797. Let's go to Kevin. You're on 97 on a ticket. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, to you all.
Hello,
hey,
sir.
Hi, guys. Good to talk to you again. It's been a minute. I don't understand why A.J. Hinch tells anybody they don't have a chance to go north. That makes zero sense to me. I mean, these teams bring in non-roster invitees They know they have a chance to make the roster. Why would you tell your own draft picks or guys you got in trades, whatever, you don't have a chance to go north? We're not taking you. Let these kids go and compete, and if they're good enough, bring them up. If they struggle, you still have the option to send them down. It makes zero sense.
Well, here's the only way I can make sense of it, Kevin, and that is it takes pressure off of not only those guys who are the prospect players like Jackson Jobe and Ty Madden. It takes the pressure off of them so they don't go into spring training thinking, I got to make it. But it also takes the pressure off of the pitchers that they do expect to make the major league roster, so that they're not pressing so much. I'm just trying to give an explanation.
I want these kids I want everybody competing as hard as they can, knowing they've got a shot to make the roster. If the kids aren't ready, that's fine. But if they prove they are, then let them. There's the carrot. Chase that carrot. Now, if you're gonna hold them back to extend contract years and free agency and restrictions and all that other, business crap that goes into baseball nowadays, that I somewhat understand. But, if the Twins stumble, this team has a shot to win this division. Let's have everybody competing and with a chance to make the roster. I just don't buy it. Other teams bring up 19-year-olds all the time. We never do.
It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen. And, the Tigers have brought up some prospects at younger ages. But with Jackson Jobe and Ty Madden, those are the two that A.J. Hinch said aren't going to make the team. The other thing is, if those guys are told now, maybe it puts a chip on their shoulder. And they do perform in spring training. And maybe it is, as Doug is alluding to, just lip service. And these guys push the envelope so much that they have to make the roster. Or they keep that chip cultivated and they start the first month of the season at AAA and AA respectively, or whatever happens, and they're showing everybody they belong in the major leagues. They'll get up here.
Here's maybe the most useful quote from the entire exchange when he met with the media and said, I told Jackson Jobe and Ty Madden they aren't coming north. They aren't going to make the club out of spring training. He said at one point later, everyone who gets promoted to the big leagues at some point will tell me or tell people that it was easier once they felt acclimated and felt good about coming to the clubhouse. They could look across and see Tarek Skubal, who is way more approachable than people imagine. These are the things that will hopefully help them. So whenever their time comes, maybe this time in big league camp will be valuable. He's trying to acclimate them to life as a big leaguer. Is one of his lines that so when they do get called up, they're ready to go. As you said earlier, hit the ice skating.
Yes.
I kind of get where Kevin's coming from because, damn it, I made the prediction.
Well, but I get where Kevin's coming from, too, because it happened before spring training starts.
I know, right?
Like, he already puts hey, by the way, these guys aren't making it. Like, whoa. All reporters are ready, all excited about, hey, who do you think position battles, this and that? And he's like, oh, hey, Jackson Jobe and Ty Madden, not going to make the team.